This week on Machinery Pete TV, more choice Allis-Chalmers equipment from Big Iron. It doesn't get much better than this pair of 1985 8070 tractors with sequential serial numbers. It takes a bit of guesswork to nail down the stats on this vintage Ford. And Pete shares some Canadian auction results that are impressive even in US dollars.
Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. Some call it a passion. We're Machinery Pete TV, and today we'll cover everything from auction roundups to the classics to the latest trends and technology. Machinery Pete, the most trusted name in farm equipment.
Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers, a Big Iron company. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com. No other cornhead works like a Drago or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see for yourself. Protect Systems, it's what professionals choose to clean, polish, and protect their equipment. Protect Systems products are easy to use and provide consistent professional results every time. Big Iron Auctions and the Share Your Legacy program, promoting the future of agriculture with amazing legacy stories from across America. Well folks, I gotta tell you, it is fun to emerge from a line of orange paint like this. I am in Tell City, Indiana. We're here for an online auction by our great friends at BigIron.com, the Merle Schwartz estate sale, and Merle has an amazing line of Allis tractors. We're gonna see 8 of them sell today, including a pair of 1985 8070s. So stay tuned, you're not gonna wanna miss these babies. But first, it's time for Share Your Legacy, brought to you by Big Iron Auctions.
This week, we're in Arlington, Nebraska, where a family's faith and devotion built the foundation for a prosperous fourth-generation farm.
My grandpa moved here from Denmark in the 1800s. He started living north of Kennard, bought 40 acres and just about lost it, but held on to it. In 1964, my parents wanted to move this way so we could attend a Lutheran school. I went to the same school my mom went to, and my mom's principal was also my principal. So there's that much continuity in that school. And now I've been a school board member up there, I've been an elder, I've been numerous jobs up there, and we're very close to our church and our school. Parents were married here, I was married here, my sisters were all married here, 2 of my children were married here. My parents were both buried from this church. My grandparents were buried from this church, so we have a lot of history here. Very special.
Okay guys, I want to show you a book today that was wrote by my grandpa and about our family farm. It'll kind of tell you a little of your history of everything you went through. This is the first picture of the family that came over from Denmark in 1857. There's a lot of good memories in here, guys. You just need to look through it every once in a while and bring them back to your attention. There's pictures of when we built the shop, pictures of Grandpa's first house, Grandpa's last house. There's also pictures of our farming as we grew with our machinery, from the very first A that Grandpa had till the ones we have nowadays. So,
I love being in agriculture. You know, it's stewards of the land. You know, taking over something and trying to make it better when you're done. You know, my grandpa was a big contributor to that, my dad's a huge contributor to that, and I want to take that on and take that down the road.
When my dad and mom moved here, they had one thing in mind, and that was to grow a family here, and that's what I'd like to continue to grow a family here, be involved in the church, the community, and work this land and continue to raise crops, feed people. That would be my ideal legacy right there.
For over 40 years, Big Iron has been America's trusted name in auctions. From farm equipment to real estate, to livestock and classic cars, we offer full service support to all of our sellers. In 2022, Big Iron acquired Sullivan Auctioneers in an effort to elevate the level of service provided to our customers. Both companies sharing similar small town origins, our stories begin the same. Combined, Our over 80 years of experience has established best practices to better serve our customers in the online auction space. With our large online selection of equipment, engaged bidder base, and full service approach, we take pride in consistently exceeding our customers' expectations. Big Iron Auctions and Sullivan Auctioneers. Truly, we are better together.
Today, when you're looking for a way to harvest more corn, you can count on Drago to get the job done. With self-adjusting deck plates, more aggressive gathering chains, and longer knife rollers for less ear bounce, Drago corn heads make every hybrid yield better. You'll like their durability too. No other corn head works like a Drago, or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see how you can justify owning a Drago on ROI alone.
I'm here with John Witter. You have quite a new solution that is going to have a lot of interest, I think, from the farm side and the dealer side.
The system allows us to restore paint back to or better than factory new condition, and most importantly, we can seal and protect that paint so that we do not have to polish it again. The product bonds to the paint and just wipes off with a beautiful finish and shine.
The difference in that's amazing.
It's pretty easy to see which side you'd like, right?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Bob Uecker. I was 5 years old when Lou Gehrig gave his famous Luckiest Man speech. Lou retired from baseball that day because of the devastating disease known as ALS. Back then, I never imagined I would one day grow up to be a Major League Baseball player or spend my life in baseball. And I certainly didn't imagine that ALS would take my daughter Leanne's life and another close friend. ALS robs a person of their ability to walk, talk, eat, and breathe. It's been 8 decades since Lou's speech, and we still don't have a cure. But we are making progress turning ALS from a fatal disease into a livable one, and we need your help to finally strike out ALS. Please join us in the fight by visiting ALS.org. Thank you.
All right, folks, we have a color cornucopia going here. We've got yellow of Big Iron. We have beautiful orange Allis-Chalmers, and I'm rocking a plain old white shirt today, but I'm here with Connor Rooksbury, District Manager with Big Iron, and wow, beautiful 70-60 here, Connor.
It definitely is. You know, this thing will make somebody a great planting tractor, even a hay tractor. Yes. I mean, it's low-houred. You know, assuming the tack is correct, it shows 664 hours.
Wow.
We were told that he is the original owner on this tractor.
Okay.
Now, we can't confirm it. We were not able to confirm it, but we were told he was the original owner.
Merle had passed away some time ago, his estate sale here, but again, that's what you heard from folks, neighbors or whatever,
yes,
that he was the original owner.
Yep.
And again, you look at the thing, and I mean, it looks in fabulous condition.
Yes, it does.
Now, like you say, that in terms of usage for a tractor like this vintage, boy, just curious to get your take, Connor. I've been seeing these two-wheel drives from the 70s and 80s in good condition. The value is just skyrocketing.
Yeah, they have. You know, and like I say, I mean, they're a great plant tractor for some folks. I mean.
And here when we are filming this, we're 6 days out from the online auction, and the online bid was already up. Was it pushing 13?
I think it was 12,750, I believe, is where we were at.
Well, you're getting close to the highest auction price I've ever seen on a 70-60, which I think was 18.7 last summer. June of 21, North Webster, Indiana. Maybe it's something about Indiana with these 70s.
It might be. This is one of them deals you just dream about. I mean, you know, not necessarily the dollar amount, but just the story behind it. You know, he had 25 tractors. I mean,
and the family, they're not selling all of them. They're keeping a few.
They're keeping 5. They had a 200 that was redone about like these two.
Yeah.
They've got a D19 diesel they're keeping. And they've got 2 others in there that they're keeping.
Yeah.
So
well, that's always nice when the family can keep a few of the favorites.
It is, yeah.
And still at the same time offer these. And I think when you have a lifetime collecting these things, a piece that gets missed sometimes is the joy of the buyer, the joy on the buying side to see someone light up. They've been looking for one like this forever. Now they click the button and they get it.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay folks, coming into this sale, the highest auction price I've ever seen on an Alice 7080, $17,100 on a very famous collector auction, Menominee, Wisconsin, back August of 16. Next highest price, $15,500. That was back 21 years ago. And Connor, 6 days out, the 7080, this thing's already up to like $10,500?
It is, it sure is.
Wow.
And this one here, as you can see right there, it's got a Cummins repower in it as well.
Yep.
Something I will tell you is, from what I was told, this had ribbed tires on it.
Okay.
And I guess when these things first came out, they originally had these turf tires on it. So Merle had to take it back to the original turf tires.
So Merle was putting it back in its original state. Very cool. Also, I have to just get such a smile out of some of the phrases on the tractors that they had painted. I just want to be a 7580.
Yep.
It speaks to their Merle and his brother Earl, their passion for Alice Chalmers, doesn't it?
It does. It sure does.
And some of the more antique type tractors have similar phrases. Like there's
a D. Earlier we talked about they had a few that they kept. There's a D19 diesel in the shed that they're keeping, and it says, "I just wanna be a D21."
Well, who wouldn't want to be a D21?
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, nothing against the 7580s, but again, this will make a nice tractor for someone here. A 79 model, so just over 40 years old, but. You know, buying horsepower versus what a new one costs.
Yeah.
It's and like we have talked about, Connor, this whole pre-def thing just keeps becoming more and more prominent. So you pick up a tractor like this that you can wrench on, you know, hey, you get the job done for you.
It will. Yep. And exactly, just like you said. I mean, you know, I can work on this. I don't have to plug a computer in to see what's wrong with it, and you know.
And if you can click the button with your friends at the Yellow Shirts, BigIron.com, and buy this type of orange paint, hey, that's a good day.
It is. It sure is. It'll make somebody a nice tractor.
Yes, it will. Here are a few more items that sold on today's sale.
I doubt that can ever happen.
I'm gonna want to see some trials or something.
It'd be a good thing if it worked.
The only way I've seen to safely clean aluminum grain and stock trailers is Bright Plus Aluminum Cleaner from Dakota Ag Innovations. With over 15 years of proven performance cleaning all types of aluminum, the results speak for themselves. Dirty, stained, and discolored aluminum trailers don't stand a chance against Bright Plus Aluminum Cleaner. Safely improve the appearance of your aluminum trailers at home and make a statement with Bright Plus. Order today at trailercleaner.com or find Bright Plus Aluminum Cleaner at a farm store near you.
Do you listen to the TV on high volume or have trouble hearing conversations? Then you would benefit from hearing aids. Don't waste thousands on expensive hearing aids when you can get Nano's revolutionary technology for just $297. Don't be fooled by higher-priced hearing aids. The CIC Recharge is a true hearing aid, not an amplifier. With rechargeable technology many customers say is superior to more expensive models. Call now and get not one, but 2 Nano hearing aids for just $297. Plus, we'll add a portable charging case and ship your order absolutely free. The CIC Recharge has a tiny in-the-ear canal design that is nearly invisible. Why keep missing out on important conversations or waste thousands of dollars? Call and get 2 CIC Recharge hearing aids for only $297 and free shipping.
800-317-7966. Again, that's 800-317-7966.
Flashing lights. See them, and you know to go slow. Now we put that same technology in the palm of your hand with Lizard Flare. It's the high-tech safety flare with no flame. Lizard Flare uses 15 high-intensity LED strobes that can be seen nearly a mile away. and a powerful magnet that sticks to your car without exiting the vehicle. Look, flares are dangerous, but Lizard Flare won't let you down. A dead battery, an empty gas tank. With Lizard Flare, help is on the way. Lizard Flare Pro has an ultra bright flashlight too.
Get your Lizard Flare for only $9.99, but wait, Lizard Flare may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Lizard Flare is stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There is a strict limit of 2 vehicle packs per order. Call now.
This may be your last chance, so call 1-800-904-4750. That's 1-800-904-4750 or visit lizardflare.com now.
What's that piece of equipment worth? Check out Machinery Pete's auction prices for the answer. Free to view, updated daily, all types of equipment. Go to machinerypete.com and click on the auction tab, then auction price data. Well folks, if you are in possession of a 2007 to 2011 model tractor, combine, skid steer, sprayer in good condition with low hours, you, my friend, are sitting on a gold mine. Now, I'm sure you know this if you've been following my blog and columns here the last year and a half, 2 years, but the values on these items are just absolutely going through the roof. I've seen just an absolute torrent of record high auction prices. And of course, we're talking pre-DEF, pre-Tier 4 items here, and always popular, but with the current situation with the supply chain mess, can't get new equipment, dealers that are an all-time low, used inventory, the parts issues, availability we ran into, folks are buying these nicest condition pre-DEF, pre-Tier 4 units as a hedge against downtime. And again, I'm seeing records all over the place. Now let's drop in, for example, on a sale August 20th in Elmore, Ohio by my good friends at Siefka Real Estate and Auction Company. They sold this 2009 Case H 305, Magnum 305, 1,831 hours on it, went for $189,000. Of course, record high auction price by almost $10,000. The previous record, in fact, was just set back on March 23rd of this year. A big iron auction, one out of Nebraska, and that one brought $179.25, which shattered a record of $170,000, which stood for exactly 10 years. Now on the same Elmore, Ohio auction, this on the combine side, this 2009 Gleaner R66, 2,177 engine hours on it, sold for $115,000. Now, not quite a record high auction price, but the second highest price in almost 8 years. Welcome back to Tractor Tales, folks. This week we've got a story for you of a father and son showing off their classic Ford.
I have a 1942, as best we can tell, Ford 9N or possibly a 2N tractor. Well, I'm not exactly sure. There isn't any casting numbers. There was a casting number on the head that did indicate 1942, but the block has been changed. And one of the lead descriptors on it was the hubs, which I found were more towards the 2N side. My uncle actually picked this up for me as a project from a family friend who has a farm close by. It wasn't terrible. It had good bones, but definitely need to this level of restoration, it needed quite a bit of work. Oh, it was dismantled almost down to the last bolt. Sent everything out, sandblasted, prepped it, painted it, reassembled it. But first we made sure it was running before we did that.
I helped him with like little bits and pieces of the restoration process on it. I helped him with like hanging the parts outside for prepping it for like painting and whatnot.
Primarily it's a parade princess. So my son calls it the 1,000-pound paperweight.
Well, I like that I get the opportunity to like pull it around in parades and could pull around the cheerleaders with it. I mean, it's kind of another type of atmosphere, like getting to drive them around just because they're so like rowdy and cheering on it.
There was a company in just outside of Spokane called Draper Tractor Parts, which has now gone out of business here last year, unfortunately. But they were a great resource for getting the parts for it. Just little stuff, stuff you really wouldn't pay a lot of attention to, clamps and brackets, to try to keep it as original as you could.
You can't spell farm without us. Farmers deserve an ag lender invested in their success and the future of their operations. That's ARM. Ag Resource Management has the experience you want in a lender. Operating lines, crop insurance, real estate loan, and equipment leasing services. Our proven local team works with you to keep you growing this season and for seasons to come. We finance agriculture differently. Call or visit us online to find a true partner at ARM.
Today, when you're looking for a way to harvest more corn, you can count on Drago to get the job done. With self-adjusting deck plates, more aggressive gathering chains, and longer knife rollers for less ear bounce, Drago corn heads make every hybrid yield better. You'll like their durability too. No other corn head works like a Drago, or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see how you can justify owning a Drago on ROI alone.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-263-3960. That's 1-800-263-3960 or go to VacuTrim.com.
Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit MachineryPete.com and click Sell Mine. MachineryPete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
All right, folks, a special bonus, a twofer on our feature item on the show today, a pair of 85 Allis-Chalmers 8070s. And Connor, again, orange paint, vintage, pair of nice rigs here.
It is. You know, these seem to be a pretty popular tractor, the 8070s. You know, they've got the front wheel assist. Something interesting about these two is they are sisters.
Serial numbers?
Yep. This one here is, I believe it's 3049, and that one there is 3050.
Now, as we look here, Connor, on the one behind us here, the 8070, the logoing, that's interesting. That was 85.
Yep.
So, of course, a lot of turmoil in the mid-'80s for manufacturers, but the Deutz and the name, that was just a very kind of volatile period, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. And I don't know the story of why that thing's got the Deutz Allis stickers on it, but
could have been the dealer?
It could have been, yeah, I don't know.
You know, tractors like this, and by the way, the 6 days out here as we're filming, the online bids are already up to, I think, 23 and 21,000.
Yeah.
Very strong. But, you know, a tractor like this, don't you think, Connor, that people look at these and you say, well, you know, what's the horsepower? And then what does that similar horsepower new cost today?
Yeah.
And then factor in, can I even get a new one?
Yep. You're pre-def.
Pre-def.
And, you know, that makes a big difference. I mean, it...
Well, kind of that bulletproof factor, right? I can wrench on it, and I tell you, I've seen a trend this year that I've never seen before, and that's actually people buying good used tractors like this as a hedge.
Yep.
Against downtime. I think the parts availability was so scary fall of 2021 there that kind of spooked people.
Yeah.
So we see it in late model tractors, but again, these pre-def ones, they've ratcheted up in value huge. You probably see that on your watch list.
Yeah.
BigIron.com. I mean, your pool of bidders is like pushing 500,000. So that must be fascinating to watch.
Yeah, it definitely is, and you know, it's amazing to see the watchers on it, because you know, I don't know these for facts, but I would say on average, you know, we'll have well over 100 watchers on a piece.
Wow.
You know, I'd say probably 120 if I had to guess, but I mean, it's, you know, it's quite a few.
Well, bring it together, buyers and sellers. That's what BigIron.com
Yep.
is, and it's been fun to watch you guys grow, and really fun to be out here watching these, or having an up-close look at these beautiful Allis Chalmers, Connor, and thank you for showing us the pair of 8070s.
Yep.
Brindley Auction Service has been a family-owned auction company up in Ontario for 45 years, going back to 1977. And recently, August 24th and 5th, they had a big 2-day auction of their private collection of vintage tractors. Now here's a few highlights from the sale. They had a pair of American 80s, and one only had 30 hours on it, this two-wheel drive model. It sold for $60,500 Canadian, which converts to $46,730 US. They also had this front wheel assist American 80 with 1,660 hours on it. That went for $50,500 Canadian. Again, do the conversion, it's $39,006. Folks, those are the two highest auction prices I've ever seen on American 80s. Now they also sold this 1982 John Deere 4040 with only 2,068 hours on it. Went for $48,000 Canadian. Do the math, it comes out to $37,075 US, which is the 6th highest auction price ever on a John Deere 4040. Interesting to note, 4 of the 6 highest auction prices ever have come from the past 9 months. Now we'll wind up with 2 more record prices. This 1972 Massey Ferguson 1150, this thing only had 2,869 hours on it, and it sold for $29,351 US. Again, record price by over 11,000 bucks. And then this 1984 Ford TW5 two-wheel drive, only 887 actual hours on it, sold for $35,500 Canadian. Do the math, it comes out to $27,420 bucks US. Again, record price. Well, folks, I got to tell you, anytime I write or talk about Allis Chalmers tractors, the response I get is just through the roof. Now, after a recent story, a LinkedIn follower of mine, Chris Jenkins, sent me a note and he said, "Hey Pete, I have a soft spot in my heart for Allis Chalmers. I was wearing an Allis hat the day I met my wife. She took one look at me and said, 'Hey, my dad had an Allis.' And thus was born a great love story." Now, I hope you enjoyed our visit today to Tell City, Indiana for BigIron.com's Allis Chalmers tractor auction. Great fun to watch that 7060, the 7080, and of course those pair of 8070s sell. Now tune in next week, folks. I'm quite sure we'll have some more interesting equipment to share with you. Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers, a Big Iron company. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com. No other cornhead works like a Drago or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see for yourself. Protect Systems, it's what professionals choose to clean, polish, and protect their equipment. Protect Systems products are easy to use and provide consistent professional results every time. Big Iron Auctions and the Share Your Legacy program, promoting the future of agriculture with amazing legacy stories from across America.